John Calipari's move to Arkansas from Kentucky didn't just have impacts in Lexington and Fayetteville. Rather, the move had impacts across college basketball. What looked to be an elite recruiting class for the Wildcats saw players go to Arkansas, Arizona State, and Georgia. Somto Cyril decided not to follow Calipari to Arkansas and rather made the choice to join Mike White in Athens. With incredible strengths and an NBA-ready frame, is Cyril the big man Mike White needs to get Georgia dancing in March? Welcome to Freshman 15. We're talking about Georgia's Somto Cyril.
Cyril is a four-star prospect coming to this Georgia team. He is the number 46 prospect nationally and the number 11 center out of this freshman class. He's a number 4 player coming out of the state of Georgia. However, he's from Georgia because of Overtime Elite. He's actually originally from Nigeria. He played in 2023 with the Overtime Elite Defensive Player of the Year. He measures 6'10" and weighs in at 240 pounds. David, what are your thoughts here on Somto Cyril?
Yeah, like the last impactful freshman commit, probably Jeremiah Fears might be the other one who made the commitment to Oklahoma. But this is like a last minute thing with all the Calipari chaos going on. And this is a big get for Georgia. I mentioned back in the Asa Newell edition of Freshman 15 that with all the talent that Georgia is putting together, they needed to do something in that front court to bring it to the next level. Somto Cyril, while raw and has a bright future ahead of him and has some work to do, is still a really good addition to this team. Now, the question is he going to be somewhere like Noah Clowney raw, or is he going to be somewhere like Bay Fall raw for Arkansas last season? So somewhere in between there. How much of a contribution can he make on this team? We're going to find that out this season, and it's exciting.
Yeah, I think he's got a lot ahead of him. And we'll just see how Mike White kind of molds Cyril here. So let's check out the tape and take a look at the scouting report. Like David mentioned, he is basically NBA ready when it comes to his frame. He's got some strong shoulders and long arms, which is going to be great down in the paint for Georgia. Like you said, NBA level ready with his frame. He's a guy who's going to be able to get in there and do what Georgia has kind of been lacking the last couple of years. So I think this may be the answer to Mike White's prayers. He's got some good hands and he's a fluid mover. He's very, very agile, which you don't tend to see in these bigger players. So I think that is a big plus here. He's got a decent vertical, which when you stack that on top of his height already, could be dangerous.
Yeah, a little bit. And he's also got a very aggressive style of play about him too. And with someone that size, that's not something you want to deal with. And then the wingspan. We're talking 7'7" on the wingspan. Just go up and get the basketball, young man. Someone that you want to enjoy watching, getting boards, playing defense. And we're going to get to the defense in a little bit, but let's talk about the offense first, because this is the part that's pretty raw, and this is the part that needs to improve. Like so many big men in college basketball today, there's a lot of improvement that needs to go through his first year and heading on to his NBA career. But his game is emerging, and it is getting better. He dunks everything in sight, and he can get his hands on it. He's putting it back in the hole. He plays very well as a dunker, as a rim runner type. He's an elite athlete when it comes down around the rim, and that's something really exciting. So you're going to see a couple of Somto Cyril highlights if he's finding good time on the court this coming season. He's a player who knows his role and does his job. He knows what his strengths are, and he's going to do it. There's not much of a perimeter game, but that's okay. He's going to battle under the basket for Georgia all season long, and he does need to develop that game. But it does appear that the limit right now is 10 feet away from the basket. So anything outside of 10 feet away from the basket starts getting a little bit scary. So you definitely want him in around the rim as much as possible. This is a true number 5 player.
Yeah, I think what I would be excited to see is Somto Cyril kind of at his prime, at his peak, once he does develop against a guy like Janai Broome.
Oh, for sure. If you saw that peak level, that would be interesting for sure.
Definitely. And, speaking of Janai Broom has an excellent game on the defensive end as well. And I think that's kind of where I'm getting that mirror image from. Look at the defense of Sorrell. He's it's the most exciting part of this game. He is a big guy. He is stout and he can defend the paint. And like I said, once he gets to that level, I think he's going to be very much a Janai Broom type style of player. He's very aggressive, a very good rim protector. He is going to be a major factor on the glass with that 7'7" wingspan, which is just outrageous. Overall, he is going to be a major difference maker on this Georgia defense.
And that's the exciting part, right? Is just block every. I was watching highlights of Patrick Ewing the other day, and he had the game, the national championship game, where he was blocking everything, and I do mean everything. He was committing goaltendings on purpose, just to block everything. That's the kind of player that I hope we get out of Somto Cyril. Is just block everything that's coming your way, man. So like I think it's gonna be fun to watch Somto Cyril in this league, and it's gonna be a really good time. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have not already, please like and subscribe to the Hoop Southbound Show. We've got more coming up on Freshman 15. We're starting another team for the next group here. We're going to Auburn next. And then also, we've got the Portal series for you guys to check out where we go through the portal players that each team had in the SEC this offseason. And additionally, season previews are starting up. We've got our Georgia season preview that's on deck first, and then we're going to go through the entire SEC, go through their expectations and everything else. So guys, please like and subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate it. We're getting closer to that 1,000 subscriber mark on YouTube, and that's a big number for us. So we hope to see you guys again very soon.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.